The Misadventures of Timmy the Turtle. In a peaceful pond nestled in the heart of the forest, there lived a small, green turtle named Timmy. Timmy was a curious and friendly little turtle, but he had a knack for finding himself in rather unusual situations. One sunny morning, as Timmy basked on a rock in the middle of the pond, he spotted a colorful butterfly fluttering above him. It had the most brilliant shades of blue and orange, and Timmy couldn't resist following it. With a splash, Timmy plunged into the water and began to swim after the butterfly. He paddled as fast as his little legs could carry him, determined to catch a closer glimpse of the beautiful creature. But as he reached the edge of the pond, he realized he had a slight problem: he didn't know how to fly. Flapping his flippers in the air, Timmy tried to imitate the butterfly, but he only succeeded in tumbling headfirst into a patch of tall reeds. He felt a bit silly, but couldn't help but giggle at his own clumsiness. Timmy's next misadventure happened one fine afternoon when he decided to explore the forest beyond the pond. He had heard tales of delicious berries hidden among the trees and wanted to taste them for himself. He meandered through the forest, his little legs carrying him deeper and deeper into the woods. But as he reached for the ripest berry he could find, he suddenly realized he had lost his way. The trees all looked the same, and there was no pond in sight. Timmy felt a pang of worry, but he remembered what his wise old friend, Old Oak, had once told him: when in doubt, follow the mossy path, and it will lead you back home. Timmy looked down and saw a patch of moss leading in one direction. He followed it and, sure enough, it led him back to the pond, where he was greeted with cheers and relieved sighs from his friends. Another time, Timmy decided to make a grand entrance at the annual pond party. He wanted to impress everyone with his acrobatic skills, so he practiced a spectacular swan dive for weeks. On the day of the party, he climbed up to the highest rock, took a deep breath, and leaped into the water with all his might. However, his dive was a little too impressive, and he created a massive splash that sent all the other animals scrambling for cover. Timmy's friends laughed, and even Timmy couldn't help but chuckle as he swam over to join the festivities. Despite his misadventures, Timmy was dearly loved by all the pond's inhabitants. His boundless curiosity and adventurous spirit brought laughter and joy to their lives. They knew that life with Timmy might be a little unpredictable, but it was always full of surprises and fun. As the sun set over the peaceful pond, Timmy and his friends gathered by the shore, sharing stories of their day's adventures. Timmy listened intently, knowing that every day was a new opportunity for discovery and a chance to make more delightful memories in the company of his wonderful friends. And so, the misadventures of Timmy the Turtle became legendary in the forest, a reminder that sometimes, it's the unexpected twists and turns in life that bring the most joy and laughter, especially when you have friends to share them with. The Princess and the Brave Knight. Once upon a time in a grand castle, there lived a young princess named Isabella. Isabella was known throughout the kingdom for her kindness and her love for adventure. She was not like other princesses who stayed in their towers all day. She longed to explore the world beyond the castle walls. One sunny morning, as Isabella looked out of her window, she saw a knight in shining armor riding toward the castle. His armor gleamed in the sunlight, and he carried a majestic banner with a golden lion. The townsfolk had spoken of a brave and noble knight who was renowned for his chivalry and courage. As the knight approached the castle, he removed his helmet, revealing a kind and gentle face. He introduced himself as Sir William and said that he had heard of Isabella's adventurous spirit. He had come to invite her on a quest to rescue a beautiful unicorn that had been captured by a wicked sorcerer. Isabella's eyes sparkled with excitement at the mention of a quest. She had always dreamed of going on an adventure, and now it seemed her dream was coming true. She agreed to accompany Sir William on the quest to save the unicorn. Together, they set off on their journey, riding through lush forests and climbing towering mountains. Along the way, they encountered magical creatures and faced various challenges. Isabella's bravery and quick thinking proved invaluable, and Sir William was impressed by her courage. As they neared the sorcerer's lair, they came across a dense, enchanted forest. The trees seemed to close in around them, and they lost their way. Isabella, undeterred, remembered the tales of her grandmother, who had told her stories of talking animals that could guide lost travelers. Isabella called out to the forest animals, and to their amazement, a wise old owl appeared. The owl told them the secret path through the forest and warned them of the sorcerer's traps. With the owl's guidance, they safely navigated the forest and arrived at the sorcerer's lair. The sorcerer, a wicked man with a long, flowing beard, was guarding the unicorn in a tower. Isabella and Sir William devised a clever plan to distract the sorcerer and rescue the unicorn. Isabella's quick thinking and Sir William's bravery proved to be a winning combination, and they defeated the sorcerer and set the unicorn free. The unicorn, with its shimmering white coat and a mane that sparkled like stars, was overjoyed to be free. Isabella gently stroked the unicorn's mane, and they felt a deep connection. The unicorn allowed Isabella to ride on its back, and together they galloped back to the castle. The townsfolk were overjoyed to see Isabella and Sir William return with the unicorn. Isabella had not only gone on an adventure, but had also discovered her own bravery and resourcefulness. She realized that being a princess didn't mean waiting in a tower, it meant being kind, brave, and adventurous. From that day on, Isabella continued to go on many adventures, not just as a princess, but as a brave and compassionate knight alongside Sir William. Together, they protected the kingdom and made the world a better place. And so, the tale of the princess and the brave knight became a beloved legend in the kingdom, inspiring all to follow their dreams, be kind, and embrace the adventures that life had to offer. Fairy tales from faraway lands. Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled in a quiet village, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily loved to read, and her favorite books were filled with enchanting tales of faraway lands, magical creatures, and brave adventurers. Every evening, before she went to sleep, her grandmother would share these stories with her. One evening, as the sun set behind the rolling hills, Lily's grandmother had a special surprise for her. She handed Lily an old, leather-bound book, its pages filled with stories she had never heard before. The book was titled Fairy Tales from Faraway Lands. With eager anticipation, Lily opened the book and began to read. The words on the pages seemed to come alive, transporting her to distant and magical places. The tale of the Starlight Garden. In a land far, far away, there was a garden unlike any other. It was called the Starlight Garden because, at night, the flowers would bloom with petals that glowed like stars. The garden was tended by a kind and gentle gardener named Ella. One evening, as Ella was tending to the flowers, she heard a soft, melodic voice. It was the nightingale of the stars, a beautiful bird with feathers that shimmered like the night sky. The bird told Ella that the garden held a secret. It could grant one wish to anyone who truly believed in its magic. Ella made her wish, asking for the health and happiness of her village. The next morning, when the villagers awoke, they found themselves healthier and happier than ever before. They knew that it was Ella's wish and the magic of the Starlight Garden that had brought such joy to their lives. The adventure of the moonlit boat. In a land beyond the horizon, there was a magical lake that glowed like the moon at night. It was said that if one could find the moonlit boat and row across the lake under the light of the full moon, they would be granted a single wish. A brave young girl named Mia set out on a journey to find the moonlit boat. She faced challenges and overcame obstacles, but her determination never wavered. Finally, on a clear, starry night, she found the boat and rowed across the shimmering lake. Mia's wish was simple: to bring warmth and light to her cold, dark village. As she rowed back to shore, the moonlight granted her wish, and her village was bathed in a warm, comforting glow. The tale of the whispering woods. In the whispering woods, the trees had a secret. They could whisper messages to those who listened closely. A young boy named Liam discovered this secret one day when he visited the woods. He heard the trees softly speaking to him, sharing stories of ancient times and distant lands. Liam shared the wisdom he gained from the whispering woods with his village, and they became a community known for their wisdom and kindness. The woods continued to whisper their secrets, and the village prospered for generations to come. As Lily finished reading these enchanting tales, her heart was filled with wonder and inspiration. She knew that even though these lands were far away, their magic could be found in the everyday world around her. She thanked her grandmother for the wonderful stories and fell asleep with dreams of faraway lands, and the belief that magic could be found in the most unexpected places. And so, the fairy tales from faraway lands became cherished stories for Lily and her family, reminding them that the magic of imagination and the power of belief could make the world a more wondrous and enchanting place.